Hey guys, welcome to the Bird Nest. I am having a great day. It is beautiful outside here in Middle Tennessee, and if you hear a loud car go by or a turkey gobble or a rooster crow, I've got my windows open today. I love it. It just reminds me of my childhood. My girlfriend and I were talking about that earlier. She likes that too because it just, when we were growing up, you slept with the windows open and the windows were open all the time. And I just love that, to smell that fresh air. So today I'm going to put together a broccoli casserole. And I am not crazy about broccoli. I'll eat it, you know, if it's cooked a certain way, but my husband loves broccoli. And I keep telling him I'm going to make this casserole for him. And I like Brussels sprouts and he hates them. So I thought this would be a good night to make a small broccoli casserole for him. And I'm gonna have Brussels sprouts. And I like them just plain. I love Brussels sprouts with just a little salt and pepper on them. I love them. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw this together. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is, I've got an 8 by 11 baking dish. And this is going to be a smaller casserole and just a large bowl. And the first thing that I did was I had a whole head of broccoli and I boiled that on the stove because I like to get my broccoli soft before I put it in a casserole. I really don't like the taste of crunchiness in the broccoli in a casserole. That's just me. And I will eat a bite of this, by the way. But if you're someone like that, what you want to do is you want to boil that broccoli first, and then once you get it out, you will just cut the florets off, and there you go. It's already softened, and I think it makes a much nicer broccoli casserole. So I've probably got, just guessing, about 2.5 to 3 cups of broccoli here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in the bowl. And now I'm going to add, I've got a medium yellow onion that I diced, and I did put it in the microwave for 1 minute to soften it. If you want to do it that way, this is a quick, easy way when you're doing casseroles and you don't have to dirty up a dish to saute. And the reason I do that is so that it'll be soft as well, because my husband doesn't like crunchy onions in his casseroles and in his food. So we are always sauteing, but now I like onions. I don't care if they're crunchy or not, but that's just what I do. Just an easy way to do that. Now we are going to add 1 can of cream of mushroom. And let me grab my spoon. Okay. Now I'm going to add, I'm going to guess at this. I like to use Duke's mayonnaise. I like Hellman's, I believe it is too sometimes, but whatever's on sale. I'm going to guess at this. I'm going to try to get away with a 1/2 cup here. Yes. Okay. I added about a 1/2 cup. Again, you can use up to a cup in this recipe, depending on how much broccoli you've got. You can use frozen broccoli for this recipe if you want to. And now I'm just going to crack open these eggs. I've got 2 eggs that I'm adding. Let me wash my hands. And now we're going to add some cheddar cheese. Now I have been grating my own cheese and I love it. I love it in the recipes. It just, you're not getting all those additives that you get with this. And I honestly really like it better, but it melts quicker. This doesn't melt as quick, but I had some left over where I freeze it, so I wanted to make sure to utilize these. You're gonna want about 2 cups of the shredded cheese, And I have got probably a cup and a half here. And we're just gonna go with that. But you can use 2 cups. And I'll post this recipe in my description as well. Now we're just gonna mix this up. I'm gonna use this same spoon. Go ahead and mix that up really well. I'm gonna get that egg nice and mixed in with that broccoli and cheese and mushroom, cream of mushroom. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper. Maybe lots of pepper. And just a little salt. You don't need a lot of salt in this one. We did put a can of cream of mushroom in it, so it's got some sodium in it for sure. I don't know if mayonnaise has sodium in it. Yes, the mayonnaise has sodium in it as well. So you're not gonna want a lot of salt in this one. I oiled down my 8x11 baking dish, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this in here. And I turned it around so that you could see a little better. I'm gonna get all of that out of here. Now let's just go ahead and spread that out. Now that we've got that spread in our 8x11 baking dish, we are going to use some Cheez It crackers. And I've got these, I've had them for, I don't know how long, a couple of weeks or so, and they're beginning to taste not quite as fresh. So I thought it was a good time to utilize these and make this recipe. And I've probably got about 2 cups of Cheez It crackers, and you're just gonna put them in a bag and you're just gonna crush them with a rolling pin. And these Cheez Its have sodium in them too, so honestly, you don't need a lot of salt in this recipe. Okay. And there we go, we've got our Cheez Its crushed up. And we're just gonna top this with these Cheez Its. How easy is that? This makes such a pretty casserole. Now I'm gonna cover this with aluminum foil. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm gonna put it in there for about 30-45 minutes. I will take the aluminum foil off about the last 10 minutes of it, just to uncover it and kind of crisp up those Cheez Its a little bit. But there you go, and I'll be back shortly. And voila, guys, this took me about 45 to 50 minutes, and I hope all of you have a lovely evening.